All right, y'all, I'm going to give it a few minutes and then I'll do a check-in. I'm sitting up here right now watching some information on a show that I watched that I'm going to talk a little bit about. Because I have been watching it because I did like aspects of it, but I'm praying on it because there's some things um, that have come to my attention that are disconcerting about the show. And y'all see my pillow in the back. That's my brown thing is my hat. That bag has pencils in it. The green thing is my Bible. And then I got actually green and the brown are both Bibles. Um, this is a Bible I got that I really like. Um, I haven't played with it as much as I'm going to be, but it's a specialty Bible by a company called Crossways. And I'd never bought one of their Bibles before, but I saw this and I love leather. So I saw this on YouTube. Somebody, I can't remember who had the Bible, but it's made, if y'all can see, it's made of leather. So the cover is leather, the back cover, or the whole cover is leather. It has a thing that goes around like that. Now, I decided to put tabs in this one. Sometimes I do tabs in my Bible, sometimes I don't. So this is a pretty new one, and I love the smell of the leather. So, yep, it's kind of cool Bible. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, and then I'm going to say what I got to say, and I ain't going to be here long because I do got homework, and I really have not done homework. Not the way I should. I've got one thing that's late right now, y'all. I started the new position, but a lot of times I feel just wore out. It's still, I think, trying to acclimate to the new job. Um, so what I did before was I dealt with claims, auto claim property damage. The position I have has merged in the injury part of it, which I was unsure what that was going to include. Well, really what they do is they have us doing still property damage. So from the group I came in, we are all internal hires. So we either came from what they call the initial loss team, or we came from the express department, would actually handle claims rapidly, and we made liability decisions, so forth, and process the claim for the car damage. Anything that was complex or ended up going to an injury department, we transferred over there, and they handled that accordingly. Well, it's the same with us coming over. We now handle property mainly, but we're supposed to help with, I'm going to say, the lesser parts of the claim, like documents that come in. I almost want to say we almost semi-clerical for the injury part of it. So like medical bills, saving those, sending it through a system, calling out, ask questions. So it's almost kind of secretarial, in my opinion. But we still deal with the property damage, but we no longer can make the actual liability decision for anything. So that's kind of what I'm doing, but trying to, it's a little different in how things are handled from where Express was. And I think I had gotten an understandable rhythm with the prior department, and now trying to figure out this department is a little more difficult. And I'm not sure, based on what I am doing right now with injury, if injury is really what I'm going to like, because I think I'm comfortable with property. And I don't know. We'll see. And then while I was here the other day, one of the gentlemen who I went to send, because I'm what they call a claims associate, the other person's a claims specialist, who actually makes a property decision and makes a decision on liability and also deals with the injury part more. So when people call in, if they need to talk to the claim specialist, like I said, we're more secretarial almost. Let me get you over there. I feel like more of an answering service. So I went to call a guy and the name was familiar. Guys, I'm going to blow you back. So I look at the name, I'm like, I know this name. And I was like, but that name could be for anybody. And then when the picture came up, I'm like, I know this guy. I know this brother right here on the screen. So when he came over, I said, bro, I said, you look really familiar to me. And I gave him my first name. And I said, did you work at, because the University of Phoenix is one of the companies. And then he said, and gave me my full name back. And I was like, I said, I do know you. He said, absolutely, because I didn't give him my full name. He said, we worked at Schwab together. I'm like, what? This over 26 years ago, I worked with this brother. So it was good to catch up. And he just came in. He was one of the guys who used to go out and assess the vehicles, like we call them estimators that go out and look at all the damage on the vehicle and write up all the damage for the estimate. So that's what he did. And now he just came into the injury part as a claim specialist. So he said, yeah, it's a lot of work. And I said, my concern and my question was this going to be an overwhelming, very stressful area? And some of that's what I'm hearing. I like helping people, but my thing is that, is it a good balance to help people? And that's where I'm concerned, is that, is there a heavy push for numbers? I love to explain. I like to break down, which they've noticed, and I like to make it make sense. That's one of my saying, make it make sense. But there also are time constraints. And so trying to find that balance, but also when you're getting into injury, and if you really have to smooth the waters, and I hear the stress level of some of the CSs I've talked to, and it's concerning. And even when we were in our training for the peer coaches that we had who helped train us, a lot of them, one of them, she's been 22 years as a CA, and she's like, nope, I'm good. I don't want the stress. And so there's a level of stress that comes with that. So I'm praying on it, because that is something that's been mentioned to me by several of the management there, because they heard how I handle calls. And I love helping people, but I don't want to be frustrated and feel like I'm not helping. Like when I was with DME for a medical company, I had to leave. I was like, I cannot stay here, because they were so rude to customers, because it was about money. It was about getting them on and off the phone. They really didn't care. Even if it was oxygen, they didn't care if you got your oxygen. It wasn't for me to investigate. Just send a ticket in, somebody will deal with it. And I had people calling back, hadn't had oxygen. This was I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I didn't have the heart for it. I mean, you got people going home with no oxygen, no medical bills. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Get me up out of here. So I don't know. I have to pray on it. But that's one of the options. If I can help, I'd be probably interested. I don't know. So guys, we're 7 minutes in. So today I did Ozempic shot number 3. I don't know until I go in if there's been any weight loss or not. We'll have to see. Again, this is the start of the 3rd week on Ozempic. I can tell you, I definitely know my appetite is different. I know when I eat, I can only eat a certain amount, and then it's like I'm full. And even though I'm not, like we went to have Chinese food the other day, I think I had a couple spoonfuls, and I took most of my dish home. Over the evening, I did finally eat my Chinese food, but we went for lunch, and I ate that for like later for dinner. I couldn't even finish it. And so at the table, I got ceviche the other night, and usually it's seafood pasta. And I had to really struggle to finish the ceviche, and I was able to get a bite or two of the seafood pasta. It's in the refrigerator. I would have been able to put a dent in that. I couldn't even put a dent in it. I was full. Like right now, today I got up and I went and they had a special at my wing spot. I just wanted something quick to bring home. I was struggling between a burrito and wings. So I was like, well, they got a special. Let's just go do that. It wasn't anything I was really majorly desiring. It was like, yeah, it's on special. And I picked up coleslaw because I love KFC coleslaw. So I went to my wing place, came back by KFC, picked up the coleslaw. Had 2 spoonfuls of the coleslaw. I think I ate 3 wings. And I was full. I couldn't do. So I'm realizing things are changing. If you're going to do this, definitely keep drinking, keep yourself hydrated, because I do know sometimes I'm not hydrated. I need a new CPAP machine. My humidifier is going out on it. So they sent an order over to this place. I'm going to call them probably tomorrow and find out what the status is on that, because I do need a new CPAP machine. Trying to think what else. I'm trying to think of anything else. Pretty much it. Nothing big going on. What I'm noticing with the Ozempic, I did not, knock on wood, I have not had any of the side effects. So some people I know have had the cramps or other stomach pain. I didn't have any of that. The shot is so minute. I did it, and I haven't had any issues with it. Um, so right now, yeah, everything seems to be okay. I like I said, I haven't had any major issues with any of this. Um, so yeah, I don't see any, at least as far as I can tell. Um, I am getting I've got to redo my desk. I might show y'all that later after I get the other desk in. I'm gonna probably order my new desk this week. And this desk that I have is gonna go for sale on Marketplace. I got like a black glass desk. I got it from Amazon during the COVID period because I needed a desk in here because my other desk was in storage. And I do still have another desk, but I'm gonna keep that as my personal desk in my room. And that room's gonna get changed around, God willing. But yeah, I haven't. Everything right now is really me trying to get some things in order. My knee's not broken. I did get that, but we got to find out because I'm still having knee pain. I'm going to be working with we have a group we go through for work accommodations. I'm going to be working to try to be work from home as we go 75% in the office 1 week, 75% work from home and then 1 week in office. But based on my mobility things going on right now, I'm going to see about mainly being here at home because I've just bought a special chair for me for mobility reasons. My a friend of mine has another chair. I'm going to go ahead and get it too. That has some things that'll help me mobility wise. And she's like, yeah, I just got a new one. And she said, this one I paid like $400. I'm like, and she said, I can charge you about $100 for it. I'm like, I researched it. I said, oh, good. It's got the lumbar support. It's got the seat that I need, and then I bought the one I have right now. Also has some ergonomic things. So I have two chairs in here, whichever is the better of the two for my mobility issues. That's the one that's going to go at the work desk. The other one will go at the desk in my room. And then I'm also having to get I think the recliner that lifts you up. I may be ordering that. But yeah, because I'm definitely, and I'm using the rollator every time in and out the house to the car. I use it for everything. Like I just, even just, I don't have a choice. I am able to use the cane for short walks. Like if I'm able to park in handicap and I'm able to walk right into a building and sit down, I'm okay. If not, then I'm gonna have to pull out the full rollator. If I have to walk like long distances, the whole rollator has to come because the mobility's off. And it's like almost flares is what I want to call it. That's what it feels like flares. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be putting that in, and I don't know how soon it'll make it go in effect. And they have people that have it where you just predominantly work from home, based on mobility issues. That's what I'm gonna be doing. But the new role, I mean, I'm learning it. That's the thing. I'm learning it. Again, most of what I do is still really dealing with property. Um, Anything I do with the injury part of it is mainly like doing the online labeling and filing of the documents through the electronic system. That's it. Or calling out maybe based on a note from the CS, please call attorney to tell them this, that, or the other thing. Or to ask for this, that, or the other thing. So, like I said, it feels more receptionist, secretarial for the part of the injury part that I deal with. Um, and I still personally prefer um, the property side, but I think that's because that's all I really know. And maybe I'll lean into the injury side. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I'm still just trying to get where I need to be in this department under whatever the requirements are for me in this department for the position I'm in. And I've had a lot of good remarks as far as who I am as a person, and they've heard how I handle people, and I've gotten some compliments. One guy was like, he heard me talk about trucks, and I used the term bobtail. He was like, wait a minute. When we talked, he's like, you're good. And he was as a team manager, and he's like, and I told this other lady, I said, well, I have a CDL in my wallet. And she goes, which I don't know if I'm keeping, y'all. I'm trying to make that decision because this year is the renewal of my license. And she goes, and so she goes, oh, so I used to teach drivers. And then he said, so that's how you know to call the semi a bobtail for the front of the truck. I said, yeah, I used to. can tell you a lot about the front of that truck, and then some. So we they were really nice. They were really really nice. I like the fact of their focus to care for the injured customer. I hope that is indicative of what really happens. But with the high volume of claims with my style, I just see it being extremely stressful because you really would have to be, in some cases, curt, because you got to move these people off that phone to get to your next claim. One girl said she had 190 claims she was managing. I'm like, my God, you know. And the thing about, if you're a CS, they may be managing claims for 5, 6 years, especially if depending what the level of the injury is. I don't even know about the death claims. I've seen some of those. My God, my God, my God, my God. And your heart goes out because sometimes I have to call these people about property. I have to call and say, hey, I'm trying to find out about the vehicle being released, to us, and this was their family member that died in that car. That's hard, and I've called some. One lady, she got an accident, and the accident wasn't even about the person dying in the car. She was going to visit her husband in a nursing home, and he was and she hit somebody in the parking lot. Of course, she's upset. He's sick, and then he dies on top of that. I'm like, oh my God, you don't even know the level of sick this baby dealing with this baby. This is her husband, and obviously I'm looking at the age, and I'm thinking, well, they probably grew old together, and your heart goes out, because this was her companion, this was her buddy. Also trying to get this place together because I am really, really leaning on getting a dog. I found a breeder here in Arizona, in Winslow, Arizona. I think it's Carol's Cockers or something like that. And they have Cocker Spaniels. I am not one who likes to pay money for dogs, y'all, but I know the breed of choice for me. I'm a Cocker Spaniel dog person. That is just my breed. That's the breed. We know each other. We get along together. I've had 3 Cocker Spaniels over my life. One in 20s, one in my 30s, and Miss Hillary was in my 40s. So, and Hillary and Kimba I had at the same time until he passed, but he didn't live that much longer, which is why I got Hillary. So, this lady is probably the cheapest I've seen, and she's, because one was like $1,200 in Chandler. I'm like, oh, you're good, we're good. I'm not $1,200 for a dog, girl. Bye. Now this Carol Cocker lady, she said $600, but then she's like, and something extra for whatever. I'm like, sister, you need to make that whole $600 about whatever you've done, or you need to tell me what the money is. That's where I got problems with breeders. I don't like sneaky stuff. I need you to tell it like it is. But she's around 6. There is another lady also outside of Lubbock area who I think that was around 3. I have not reached back out to her, but I might, because in reality, I could go there, do an overnight. I forgot what city it is. I forgot what city that one. Do an overnight and then come back. I mean, easily could do a drive and come back. I wouldn't have a problem doing that. And then like Linda or somebody would go with me, maybe Vicky, and we just drive and then get a cheap hotel and then come back with the baby. So if I go down Lubbock, Winslow is not far. That's like a drive to Tucson. It's going to be like an hour or 2 and back. I think it's 2 hours and back, something like that. It's a day up, well, a whole day. So up and back, and grab some lunch, get the dog, come back. So I'm trying to get the place because I may do that. Give me a little companion, and help with the walking, at least keeping it as active as I can while I'm going through whatever I can. And I got some other appointments to go through. But other than that, that's kind of the update as where things are at right now and some decision making. I'm going to say this and then I'm getting off of here because, like I said, I got homework. I don't know if y'all watch this show. It's on Apple TV called Silo. Not Silo. I watched Silo. Called Severance. I'm going to say this for my Christian folks. Go research the background of that show. And it's got some demonic stuff going on in it. Got some cult stuff going on in it. And I didn't realize that. Just something was hitting me funny as I was watching this season. And I went to go look at the breakdowns. And I'm like, okay. If y'all don't know, like when, and not saying when, you have a goat, I like goat's milk. I even eat goat's meat. excuse me, not goat's milk. I like goat cheese, and I've even had goat's meat in dishes, and as an animal. But there are people who use the goat, and which is really ironic to me that people are now using this goat term for greatest of all time as this major term. But the goat in and of itself is a representation in the occult as Satan. And you can see like a pentagram above the head of it with its hand pointed up and down. This is not new. This has been around for a long time. And so in this Severance show, there is this almost an undercover dark and satanic under and overtone for this show. And I knew something wasn't right. So my niece Vicky, she was like, I hit her up this morning because she'd been trying to get into soap, but she was in season 1, and I watched season 1 year before last, whatever. And I said, hey, I think this show may be demonic. And she said, I was wondering. She said, because I'm sitting up here in these episodes, and it's taken me a minute to get through them. And I said, yes, and I found out some things because I went to go research some of the meanings, like when people do the breakdowns. And I said, and they're so smooth, which is how the enemy does things. It's so smooth on how they're subtly, this subtle putting in of information. So I don't know, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of here. When I grew up, there was something called backward masking with albums, right? You would take the album and then you play it backwards, and there would be a demonic message in the album, right? Some kids played with that, but it was something that was known and heavy among a lot of the rock albums. But there were other albums, like Prince had a little bit of backward masking on a few of his in his early days. But there was backwards masking, a message in the underneath of the music. And so I said, yes. Yeah, so what I see with this show, as I'm starting to understand it, there is subtleties that you're taking in your eye gates, and you don't realize what other influences you're letting come into your head, and what other thoughts and spirits and everything else you're letting enter based on what you're consuming visually and through your ear gates. That's why you got to watch what you take on board. You got to watch what's coming through the ear gates. So that's just something to mention. If you're watching the show, I'm going to say be prayerful. Because, yeah, I'm praying on it right now because I still got that kind of like I want to know where this is going, but I also see that there's a heavy possibly influence that's in good, but it's in a lot of stuff. And it was funny because they even use like a child show that is doing the exact same thing. So you just got to be careful what you take on board. I'm not going to be on here long. This is pretty much it. And I don't have any chat going on right now, which is great because I got homework to do. And I haven't done that. And I'm already getting sleepy. Oh, and y'all, where is it at? I just threw it away. So I went to go get the wings. And I have not eaten a box. I put it in a Ziploc, but I threw the box away because I just put them in a Ziploc. Girl Scout season is in play. So I picked up a box and I put it in, where's the Ziploc? I put it in a Ziploc. Oh, I knew I put it in a Ziploc. Hold on, y'all. I put it in a Ziploc for them to be fresh. So I put it in Ziplocs, but I picked up a box. So the Girl Scout season is in effect. I was driving to get the wings, and I got a whole thing of wings. I'm probably eating those wings for the whole week because, yeah. And I know, like I said, I could normally kill some wings. It's a 10-piece wing. I could easily do at least 5, 6, maybe, yeah, I could even eat half. I maybe had about 2, maybe 3. I think it was 3 wings, and I'm stuffed. I'm pretty much stuffed. 2 bites of my coleslaw, and I got 2 drinks, and normally the drinks would be gone, too. I'm full on the drinks as well. So it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I have to say. If you watch this later, give it a like, thumbs up. I'll be on here probably next weekend. Chit-chat, and I think I'm just going to take y'all through the journey of the Ozempic shots and see if it really does anything for me. I know Kathy was saying she lost 140 pounds, and I forgot when she said she started, which is amazing. I need to lose at least 200 minimum. More than that would be great, but 200 minimum, where we could go and do the repairs for the hernia. And then obviously I'm probably going to have skin removal. After we find out a little bit more about the knee, then I'm going to probably go ahead and I'm going to set up, I think I am going to do the Planet Fitness, because my niece said the Ecos Fitness, Ecos, and what's that other one we got here? The one I won't go to is, I forgot the name of the other one. It's one I won't go to because it's the show thing. I just want to go in and Planet Fitness 24 hours. I can go in the middle of the night. Nobody bother me. Go after I get off work. And all I want to do right now is I need to ride a stationary bike or be in a pool. So those are the goals. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, if you watch us later, give us a like, thumbs up, share it out if it helps anybody. And I will walk you through the Ozempic journey as I go and see what happens. And y'all keep me in prayer. I'm keeping y'all in prayer. And I'll let y'all know if I ended up. I'm most likely going to end up where I'm going to be work from home the whole time. Because my doctor even said, yeah, the mobility with you has changed quite a bit. So not exactly sure what's going on fully. I am concerned about lupus. I'm going to say that. I'm praying it's not that. But my cousin who did pass away, we all have the blood clotting disorder. And it's just been an ongoing thing. When I first got sick, they did say I came what they call, I would have positives for lupus, false for lupus, okay? She later found out if that they determined her to have lupus. I would not be shocked because I have another friend of mine who had the worst form of lupus and it runs in her family. And we've only known that the blood clotting disorder with on my biological father's side, under his mother's side of the family, it just went like every other person got it. So there were 4 of them. I think the brother and the sister had it. And my grandmother and her other sister, I don't know of any time they ever had it. And then of the sister who had it, it was like every other one of her kids had it. And even like some of the cousins, every other cousin has it. And so some of them had it early, like my one cousin who was supposedly said lupus, but then it also answers some of, because one of my associates that was on here was an RN and she noticed the redness. She said, why is your face so red? And the red is in the here and here. They call it the butterfly. And it's like it is a symbol that could be an indicative sign of lupus. So we're going to end up talking about that, but I have to go see, which may end up understanding why my mobility is really, really, really funky right now. And it's intermittent. So right now, like I said, I got special equipment all throughout this house, getting back and forth to the bathroom. I have a cane that sits next to my bed to get me back and forth to the bathroom. I have special, when I take a shower, I have the old people handicap bench in there to take a shower now. I got the rollator sitting right here in front of me. I got a walker in my closet that I'm going to probably pull out and put in my room too. Just to get back and forth. I had to get a chair here, and then I have another chair coming in. Like I said, whichever chair is the best, that will be the one going to the work desk, and the other one is going to go to my personal desk in my room. So we're just getting the house set up for everything, and then I'm getting another desk. Like I said, this desk, it's not as, I need more storage, but I also need it set up different, and then I also want to pick up a different shelving unit because I have a brand new printer that I have sitting in a box that I have not taken out yet because my old printer is over there. It works, but it's been getting errors. It gets weird errors. So, I don't know. I might take it to the room or I might end up giving it to Goodwill. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure that out later. And I have a whole nother, man, I might have 2 or 3 printers in my room. They got 2 HPs. These are Epsons. I really like the Epson that I had or I have. And then I just got another Epson. It was on sale at Sam's Club. So I went ahead and purchased it, but it's still in the box. But yeah, we're going to work on some things and try to get some things in this house in order, get stuff out to Goodwill, and then if I can get that done, we're getting a dog. And y'all might see a Cocker Spaniel, and I haven't decided on a name. I might get 2, because I also like Min Pins, but I have to pray on it. We're going to pray. And especially if I'm home, it's a companion. I have a back patio, so I could actually have a doggy door installed on the back door. And get a baby, a little grassy area where he or she can go potty. And I think I want a girl again. Hillary kind of grew on me, because when I first got her, she was annoying, because I usually have boy dogs. she was annoying. And later, though, she's a sweetheart. Only thing bad about the girls is that they have to have the internal surgery to fix them. I think the guys, they just go and snip they stuff, and it's a real quick sew up for them. But it depends. I'll probably go meet the Cocker Spaniels. I like to meet dogs and let Cockers sometimes choose their persons, but Cockers can sometimes have some attitude. So I think I had almost had to adopt one, but he had massive aggression issues, and so we ended up having to take him back because he had some really bad. Even the attack the groomer, he had issues. So I did not keep him. I don't believe in dogs with aggression issues, and that's not my specialty to work through that. It was an older dog, and I was going to adopt him. Yeah, no. So, yeah, because I don't want to be sued for you biting folks and doing crazy. I can't. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. Everybody have a blessed night. 2 and 2. Peace.